Please leave your message.
Cameron, it's me. Can you please just answer my calls?
Please leave your message.
Cameron, it's me again. I don't feel like traveling through France on my own. I don't have time for this. There's a baguette calling my name. If I meet you, can you... Never mind. Relationships can be really complicated.
Il est dans cet arbre. I wish somebody would have warned me that Renoir, an old French guy with a camera, was going to take my life and portray it through a rose-colored lens. What does the man see? An unfaithful Henriette sinking into the arms of another man. And a woman, an unwanted... Great, now who's this? I wish somebody would have warned me that Renoir, an old French guy with a camera, was going to take... Why did she seem so attached to me? How do I deserve all this?
Okay, cut. No, this is wobbly.
It is.
Alright, now she's blabbering on about this Renoir film. Does it look like I enjoyed it?
Disable.
Pushing cart.
Paris.
I think this is the
I
ground.
do need a distraction while I wait for my train and this call from Cameron. On the way to the cafe, Eva talked to me about growing up in Kansas and never quite fitting into the Midwest values and culture. When she was a kid, her mom took her to see The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. You know, that oversaturated tearjerker. Ever since then, she's loved French cinema and the idea of France. As she talked and talked, I thought about how France was like every other foreign country on my bucket list. But for Eva, France is synonymous to some sort of cinematic utopia. I think she had seen every French film ever made. Films by Germaine Dulac, John Epstein, Marcel Carné, The New Wave,
Catherine Breillat, Christophe Honoré, Jean Gabon, Brigitte Bardot, Anouk Aimée,
and
Catherine
Catherine
Deneuve.
Deneuve. I knew maybe half the names that she mentioned. Once she mentioned Deneuve, we talked about that manifesto she signed in Le Monde, where she and 100 French feminists challenged the Me Too movement. Deneuve became the face of that document, a document that I thought was a mess. I mean, so a lot of finger pointing has led to a lot of guys losing face or losing a job. But come on, enough is enough. Deneuve, Eva said, was more angry about censorship. She questioned why art should be prevented from being seen because of the artist's personal behavior. I get it. But do we have to romanticize these guys? I mean, how can we sit through a film knowing what they've done?
Cameron, please, just listen for just a second.
Have you seen the movie before? I love it. The way Renoir laughs at the Parisians, the flute player's hilarious. And the close-up during the sex scene is just beautiful and sad.
You mean the
and-
rape scene?
Well, it's complicated.
It's not.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, yeah, she doesn't want to, but you kind of sort of see her turn in.
That's
so-
because they couldn't show rape in the 1940s.
Am I being too harsh? I mean, where do we draw the line about what we see on all these screens around us? I consider myself a Me Too person, mostly. And what Deneuve says is not all wrong. But I'm never going to walk, talk, and dress like her. I'm not some charming and glamorous French actress that men fawn over and women are supposed to emulate. Just Deneuve's presence on screen adds something to the cinema. It's a powerful attraction, magnetic even. At one angle, everything falls together perfectly and it can only be pulled apart by force. But when I had played with magnets as a kid, I would try to make sure they never touched. Even though they had some sort of desire to connect. Even that Renoir film has a sort of attraction. Why is it so beautiful to watch? It's so painful to experience at the same time. Movies are like relationships. And like relationships, when it goes south, you wonder why you invested so much time in the first place. You want to get out of there.
Le numéro composé n'est pas en service. Veuillez vérifier le numéro ou composer de nouveau. We're sorry, the number dialed is not in service. Please check the number or try your call again.